My devotion today comes from one of my favorite stories in the New Testament. It's the story of the death and resurrection of Lazarus, found in John chapter 11. You probably know the story. Lazarus, who was a close friend of Jesus, became very sick. His sisters, Mary and Martha, sent for Jesus to come and to heal their brother. When Jesus received the message, he was only about 2 miles from where Lazarus and his sisters were. But he decided to wait a couple more days before going to them. By the time he arrived, Lazarus had already been dead for about 4 days, and his body had already started to stink. Lazarus was completely and hopelessly dead. Both sisters had the same response when they saw Jesus. Each one said to him, "If you had been here, my brother would not have died." In other words, where were you? Why didn't you come when we called for you? Don't you care? Perhaps you are facing a similar situation and have asked those same questions. Perhaps you have a need and have been calling out to God, but it seems that He is not listening and is nowhere to be found. Maybe you are at the place where you're thinking that even if He were to show up, it would already be too late. Your situation stinks, and it is completely hopeless. Maybe if God had showed up earlier, He could have done something, but now it's too late. Any hope you had has died and is buried. Jesus' response to Mary and Martha's despair was His declaration that He is the resurrection and the life. He said, "I am the resurrection and the life." Not "I will be someday in the distant future," but "I am right now." I am resurrection and I am life in this very moment, right where you are. The story continues with Jesus having them remove the stone from the tomb and calling for Lazarus to come forth. It concludes with Lazarus being resurrected and walking out of the tomb full of new life and renewed hope. No matter how hopeless or impossible your situation may be, God wants you to know that with Him it is never too late. It is never hopeless and nothing is impossible. Matthew chapter 19 verse 26 says that with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. He offers hope for right now, no matter what you are facing, no matter the circumstance. Remove the stone of doubt and unbelief and allow Him to speak life and hope into your situation. Have a blessed week.